Greetings and welcome to Die Duggan Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 3 Episode 37. I am your host but not your DM for this chapter. That responsibility goes to the middle-aged mutant ninja lizard that is Adam. Alright, let me unmute your microphone so that we can share in our communal experience. How's it going, Fox? How's it going, guys?
Hey,
I
guys.
want a Ninja Turtle costume. I want a Ninja Turtle costume. I want a Ninja Turtle
Teenage
costume.
Mutant Monster
I am
Turtle.
bald now. I can do a Ninja Turtle.
You can do
Teenage Mutant Ooker Turtle. Ooker
It'll be the
Legend Power.
Alright. They might be wrong, but I like the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle, especially I watched the movie. It's like the Transformers movies, but a part of my brain gets tickled because Ninja Turtles were really big when I was a kid, and I just like watching them fight. Even though it's like the 800-pound or 1,000-pound giant turtle kicking people through walls, I'm a ninja. Katoosh! I throw a truck at him. Pshaw!
Yeah, Raphael, big monster. Yeah.
So basically, you're
Ninja
saying
vanish. Kaboom!
basically you're saying you want to play TMNT, the role-playing game.
I would definitely play that. I will play although I'd probably want to pick an anthropomorphic rhino because you know.
My character I did run when I was a kid for like people in grade school. We're talking grade school. We took turns DMing because we were figuring out the game, and when I wasn't DMing, I played Ivory Blood, who was my
Elephant.
he was an elephant mutant, basically. He had a cool truck with a bunch of machine guns in it. There was like, it was.
Which is like, what does a truck full of machine guns have to do with ninjas? Doesn't matter.
It's just
cool.
what's in the rules. And we're like, hey, we can get a transport truck and kit it out with like guns and shit. And to like the 7-year-old mind is the coolest thing ever. It's making me laugh how fun that was when we were a kid. I remember making endless characters, like the joy of just making characters. I had like the actual TMNT turtles show up in one of the adventures, like doing cameos
Raphael's
and stuff
here.
like that, and they ended up fighting the TMNT guys, and they got upset because they were so strong, and yeah, it was funny. Yeah,
Go my ass kicked by the gods of this planet.
Yeah.
Didn't you know?
Yeah, and then we played the turtle character in what was it? The Mud Adventure, the Mud Horror Adventure from Mort. I kind of stitched together Keg, which was the turtle, which is my sort of like throwback of 5e turtle creature kind of. And Turtle's voice, I reused the image and the character voice for the game that I ran for my 12, 13-year-old nieces and nephews. They're like, oh, can't he speak quicker? Like they were annoyed at him, but they laughed every time. So I kept on hamming it up. They're like, talk quicker. And he's like, oh, oh. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
In D&D,
yeah.
the Kappa, which is a historical fantasy creature from I believe Japan or Asia.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
but it's the turtle with the bowl of water on its head, where it's like, yeah, it's one of those weird things where it's like, this was in the old stories.
Dude, it's better than the raccoon.
Not that Ninja Turtle.
Is it a squirrel? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Squirrel Girl.
Right. It's in Neo. It's a squirrel. I think it's a squirrel or badger that is in the treasure chests. Anyways,
okay.
It's got the worst thing as a hat. We're not going to talk about it.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a picture of the D&D Kappa being used to describe, what it actually the mythological creature, but it's basically a turtle with a concave skull that and they lose their power if they lose the water that's in their head. I'm like, oh my god, were you an 8-year-old when you designed this? Why is this still a thing? Yep.
It's one of those.
No.
So in Pathfinder, they've got grapple powers. It's like, how do you keep the water in your head if you're grappling each other?
I practice, I guess. Practice. Anyways, okay, we've gotten off the beaten track. How is everyone doing tonight, Ahmed? What's new and exciting?
Good.
Yep.
Nothing new. I'm still working on my beard.
Okay. Catch up.
It's a lot of work, a lot of effort.
Grow fast.
I still need the green light from my wife.
To go full.
Go full Marty.
Yep.
Go full Marty.
My goal is to at least be able to carry pens in there.
That's not hard.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, no. I got
So jealous.
Vampire Survivors because it was reviewed really well, so I went and I just downloaded it the other day. As like, that looks like fun. It's like $3. I'll give them $3. People are saying it's good, and then I had a whole day go, like a whole evening, just disappeared.
Okay, what's this about?
It is. So, are you familiar with Bullet Hell?
Bullet hell? No, I'm not.
Okay, so it's a genre of games where you're usually a little dude trying to dodge all the bullets to shoot down
Okay,
a plane.
yeah, like it's like a third person or.
You are the Bullet Hell. So you play like an adventurer who keeps getting spells and shit, and you keep whipping spells and crap off your body.
It's a game that you'd expect in an arcade. Like that's the level of simplicity.
Gotcha. Like
it takes 4
Magic?
buttons. You take 4. There's just the arrow keys, and you wander around and you kill zombies and skeletons and medusas and pick up power ups.
And all of your attacks are passive, right?
Everything's passive. You just move around. All you do is walk around. And
so it's magic. It's like Magicka. You know when you have
no.
like the wizards and you're casting spells and
Yeah, but
shit.
you're not casting. You're just walking around and the shit is you're exploding stuff. It's like a phone game but done extremely well on your computer. It costs
Cool.
$3. It's like the best $3 I've spent in a long time. Where I played it, I was like grinning from ear to ear, going like, "Ah, crap! I have to go to bed. What the hell happened? It's been so long since I've had a like, oh crap! I need to go to bed."
Vampire Survivor or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets a recommend from me. It's not even done yet. It's in beta. It's just really good. So that's what I've been
Vampire
doing.
Survivors.
I did that, and I'm getting ready for a contest this weekend. So no D&D on Saturday. I'm out. I am eating and sleeping and resting my poor, strained lower abdominal muscle, who's sad.
Going and making your strength checks. Your
Make strength checks.
Your +5 strength checks.
A couple of con checks in there.
Yep.
Yeah, run around with a fire hydrant. It'll be fun.
Cool.
It's a relatively small contest. It should be okay. I hope it'll be okay.
Let's see.
What do you do?
Last Saturday, hanging out with the Seattle crew at the hockey game was so much fun. We had a lot of fun. We drank a lot of the infusions that I alchemied up, and we had a really good night. It was good seeing all those folks in person, which was fun. What else? Also brought another friend out to a game on Monday, and that turned into a beer fest on a Monday night. So I've been just kind of recovering from Saturday and Monday. Not as young as I used to be. What else? Spec'd out a gaming rig for the place in Canada, so we should have at least the horsepower to stream when in Canada. I'm hoping that the internet problem will be solved once I get the Starlink satellite dish up. So that's sort of looking forward to May, June. So work. Aside from that, it's just work. Let's do a recap what happened last game. A force without Mort. Mort communes with his patron while the rest of the Steelrose Squad travels deeper into the dig complex, encountering an Oni leader and her minions. The band finds an ancient dwarven relic buried deep in the earth. Chagga reads the aura of the dangerous artifact, and Dassod comes up with a plan to deceive it and wield it. And the plan is, we go to Fort Kragg, we turn some of Fort Kragg, or a suitable area of Fort Kragg, from stone into flesh, allow Dassod to eat it, and hopefully that will allow us to turn into the specific champion who once wielded the great hammer who dropped it after
on the sideline.
Yep.
we figure out if Dassod can be played with non-arcane magic.
Well, Adam, I don't know if you saw it, but Adam did put the write-up of the artifact. It's
You
insane.
did identify it, like you legend lord the
Yes.
artifact.
So let me do a quick read of this thing. The text is too small. The Shatterweave Maul was crafted in Morden's Forge from the soul of an unnamed champion of Ludiger for Vicar Gulthain, mortal son of Gorm Gulthain. So basically, there is a demigod for which the hammer was built. The Dwarvish champion was imbued with the ability to shatter artifacts and magics which threaten the survival of the Dwarvish people and even sever a mortal's connection to the weave. This weapon was wielded by Gulthain as part of the Grand Inquisition, the Stone Tree Spring, and the Exodus of Durak, and the pacification of Volcanica. Gulthain dropped the hammer after sacrificing himself in conflict with a great beast in the skies far above Hammerfall Valley. The stone remains of Vicar Gulthain, or the stone remains of Gulthain, were used in the crafting of the dwarvish citadel known as Fort Krag. Clan Greathammer enshrined the fallen Maul within a temple that was built somewhere where the Shatterweave Maul lay, and that we basically found this ancient.
You found that first.
Yep. It feels like, I don't know, they built it in the wrong place, and it was muddy here, and it all filled in or something. Unearthed by Morlocks and Grimlocks, followers of the Iron Lord Azersi, they sacrificed many dwarven priests and warriors to the Shatterweave Maul in an attempt to command it. So they're actually trying to wield this thing. Its powers: it treats arcane spellcasters or people with spell-like abilities as if it was Greater Bane, and paladins can switch their smites to treat wizards effectively as evil outsiders. It's got a bunch of those feats that make it hard to cast near. Once per week it casts Mage's Disjunction, and once per year a Mythic Mage's Disjunction. Can only be wielded by one worthy of such responsibility, a paladin descendant of Gorm Gulthain.
AKA the new Dassod.
This thing is... So I've got a question. Is this thing anathema to Chagga's religion?
Effectively, yes. Because this thing was designed to destroy magic and take people of questionable responsibility and separate them from the weave permanently.
So,
1 sec.
So Chagga probably can't use it without like an atonement. Like, his pattern in the weave doesn't have paladins. So
no. The pattern in the weave thinks that using this is particularly the negative effects, as well as a god's ire for the true disjunction power, would probably negatively reflect upon Chagga. You need a damn good reason to separate a soul from the weave.
Yep.
Like, killing a caster would be more in line with the pattern in the weave,
yep,
because you still have an arcane linked soul that you can deal with. This just takes a soul and just breaks it from the weave.
So before we start using it, Chagga may have some question. May need to cast a commune just to make sure that helping someone use this is that a divine crime? It is an artifact which is of magic, so it's this weird sort of like, oh, maybe. Yeah, Chagga's gonna have to be careful around this thing.
Yes.
But removing it from putting it somewhere safe and removing it from Iron Lord Azersi's grasp is a thing. I think at least grabbing it. Anyways, we could do this in character, but
we certainly can.
yes. So we ended up like ending the fighting, and then we basically were looking at the artifact, and I think we ended the game there, and you were going to summarize what it is that we found.
Yep. Okay. So in the give me a second. Dig. Yeah, within these caverns, you found a harvesting location for the fungus. After some time, you do clear out a number of other Morlocks and a few others. Like if you're trying to completely remove them from this region, it will take time. But you do, even without a dedicated effort, get rid of more. You do have an intriguing magic well that keeps siphoning water up. So if you were to mine, you could actually pull materials out of this space and up above ground.
Mm-hmm.
This passageway at G16, this leads to another chamber that is just collapsed within itself. In G20 there was a pile of refuse where a bunch of treasures were found from Chief Grax.
I think what we do is after we have a good look at the mall is we travel in a group and we pick up a bunch of the treasures and things like that as we're going.
I need a fortitude save from the group while investigating.
What are we investigating?
Communal delay poison help or
no?
Okay. Is it disease stuff?
It is disease stuff.
Okay. Do we know that it's happening?
Dee Dee's immune to disease. Does it affect the undead?
It does not affect the undead.
Okay. Are we aware of it? Like, can Dassod turn into the
Mort
Jang?
Hasn't really been all that like don't do the thing, guys, in the past.
Yep. And does life bubble help?
Life bubble does not help.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have good hope running.
Okay, so you need...
Chagga gets a 33.
Okay, yeah, DC is 22.
Dee Dee's immune, so...
Is this spider poison?
It's not a spider poison. I appreciate your efforts, sir. Yeah, sulfur makes it by 2.
Mog doesn't roll a 1. Alright, Dassod, did you make it?
Well, I'm doing 16 plus 6 is 22. What's the DC?
22.
Oh, okay. So Grackle is good. Dassod.
I'll roll for Duggan.
11. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dassod's good. Mort's fine. We don't have to worry about him.
Dugan makes it by 2.
Okay.
Lloes is fine.
This
Sulfur?
cavern where you find Mort, who's currently having a tea party with some observers with a bunch of bodies.
Yep.
Is filled with a bunch of dust that has a faint glow to it. That doesn't feel so good. Dee Dee thinks this is probably not healthy dust.
All right. Well, we'll get everyone to go back, and if the dust is the same substance that they're mining, we're going to take...
They appear to be mining that material.
Dee Dee will take a sample of the dust.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4 alchemical samples.
Okay. Anybody who had mage armor didn't have to make the save. I don't know if that's anybody in this party.
Really?
Bracers of armor?
Mage armor or bracers of armor would protect against it as well.
Okay, so Dassod's safe.
Okay.
Grackle.
This is a weird intricacy of the illness.
Interesting.
Okay. And the thing that Dee Dee noticed is you didn't actually have to get very close. It was actually it's a, it's a contact type disease, but it's like radiating contact.
What is this stuff called?
Blight burn sickness.
But the actual stuff.
The actual stuff is called blight burn crystal.
Okay.
And Dee Dee expects this would also interfere with teleportation.
This might be the stuff that is making the fungus. I'd be related to it somehow. It affects
Why
teleport.
don't we just burn it? Can we burn it?
Is it
It's a
like,
rock.
is it veined in this rock? Is that what?
It's actually veined within this.
Well, what the hell do you mean it's vain? Like, what? It's natural?
Well, it could have leaked in from somewhere.
Ah, shit. We gotta go find that bastard.
Or we just... When we're done with this place, we just fill it all in?
Yeah, but where did it come from? Like, is it going that way or that way? I assume it's going to Fort Krag or coming from Fort Krag.
Can Dee Dee make a knowledge?
Profession minor.
How about knowledge dungeoneering?
Sure,
planes.
knowledge dungeoneering.
Okay, she'll take 10 and get 25, 27 with aids. Or sorry,
Okay.
with good hope.
Good hope. From this cross section, you don't have enough information to say whether or not this vein is going, like if it's actually moving in a direction.
Which was mined first? Like, did they mine? Is it the whole? Can we tell if there's any like what's left over? Was the whole thing mined at the same time?
It's been mined over time.
Oh, okay.
It looks like they've been mining more frequently in the current area.
Oh, look, it's Mort. He's okay.
Don't worry, Dee Dee. I've been staying out of trouble. Would you like some tea?
We're leaving now, Mort.
He's getting creepier by the minute.
You missed a bunch of fighting, you lummox.
If you guys would need me, you'd call.
Actually, it was a pretty close call. Next time you shouldn't wander off. And Chagga's shooting where he thinks Dee Dee is, or actually where Dee Dee is.
You're always a pleasant, Bridget, and Brigidine, and Brigidin, and Brig.
Yeah.
You right there, buddy? Not you sounding a little strange. You're doing all right.
I'm feeling wonderful.
Did you eat the black stuff?
No. Yeah. He says no, but he's nodding.
Yeah. Ew.
Oh, I guess it doesn't affect him.
Yeah. Does Dee Dee think the small sample she took is large enough to screw up the teleports?
You think that if it's contained within, lead, a force effect, a big block of stone, it shouldn't.
For some reason, I thought we had a lead box somewhere. Give me a second.
Does Dee Dee have great braces of armor? Anything like that?
So what?
No, but she's immune to disease because of her
Right, but if she had an armor effect on her, she would, by possessing it, it would be, protected.
Oh, leadership actually also. God damn it.
So what did I miss? There's a big group full of people, and there was a guy with his little friends with chains, and there was the ladies with the bows, and the one lady who didn't really look like a lady, but she had a bow too, but we shot her first and then she didn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Chagga has 5 tiny lead boxes, 1 gold piece, 5 pounds.
Nice.
This is from one of those like treasure piles where it's just like this random bunch of junk that I took them out of. So Chagga offers up when Dee Dee says lead, we'll block it, and we'll put the samples in the lead.
Excellent.
I assume that vial, like one tiny lead box could fit all the vials that we took.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, OneNote search functionality. Fucking whatever.
Just random treasure.
Taken forever to find that.
There's the thingy that the guy wants. The grumpy guy. He's apparently downstairs. It's real big. How big could it be? Really big.
It's too big. Too big for you, Mort. Sorry. So sorry.
Well,
Didn't want a stupid hammer anyway.
are we done here? Or are we going to go deal with those statues that are upstairs?
Yeah, but that
Let's
might
go deal with them statues.
that might summon the dragons.
I'm not afraid of some dragons.
From the where did we learn the story of that weird Gorg?
You learned it from the Oni.
Right.
Yeah, the one we were-
She
we were
said
reading
that
around.
she said that all the little drakes were feeding things to the big three-headed dragon.
Yes.
Did she say the
Yeah.
three-headed dragon was out, or was it still in its cave?
It was in a cave. That's what she
It
said.
was in a cave, and they were the little dragons.
Yep.
Overpowered the forces, such that they got pulled into the cave. And apparently, the big dragon likes eating Onis, so they don't like the big dragon. Dee Dee knew from her knowledge that that dragon particularly likes to eat dragons.
If we're gonna go fight dragons, we should probably do it after some rest. A lot of us look pretty chewed up.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, but we used a lot of magic today.
Oh, that's true. I've used quite a bit just to get here.
Who's that guy? Hey,
How you doing?
who are you?
It's me, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Mort is sort of like coming forward with his hand out to shake your hand.
Out of here, boy.
Put it there, new guy.
Take a shower first. Once that's done, we'll talk about it.
Hey.
All right, let's form up with teleport groups. Dassod, do you have any teleports left? And Chagga's basically pointing at the dwarf, saying Dassod.
Oh.
Do you have any teleports left, or is no?
Oh,
is no
sorry,
answer
you-
being-
Yeah, you asked him to divide by like
Uh,
it turns into like a number that doesn't work.
Hold on.
Yeah, Lloes and well, Lloes will stay out for the conversation because he might have to be a teleporter.
All right, I've got a few left. 4 by my count. Oh, these are eating up my higher level spells. But it's fine. We're not veiling anywhere today.
Yes. Chagga has. He's got 6 attempts to get home, so he's pretty good.
I don't want to stay here. I want to go
We,
home.
we,
That's including
Is-
eating his higher level spells. Lloes has got
Is-
3 attempts, so
it's not a bad idea just to hang out here, recover overnight.
What do you mean?
As you saw, teleport takes quite a bit.
I don't want to stay here because we were scried upon. Staying here would mean potentially retribution.
Hmm.
Why don't we go someplace safe then?
Yes.
Sir, you have a brilliant plan, sir.
Where would you like to head to?
Where do you think?
Shit, I don't have that many teleports left for that.
Well,
CLOSET.
do we think teleports are affected here? Because we could try to teleport around the around the anomaly.
Yeah, I think that'd be better, a safer route. I'm trying to get this accent down right, damn it.
So we could try teleporting to Sonder. That's kind of in that direction as opposed to that direction.
Yeah, if we get this on
and,
there.
then Dee Dee moves. Dee Dee moves John
That's
to the
true.
right way. Just sort of guiding him to the right angle. Yes.
You head to Sonder and then head back.
Yes, we might
That
be able
should
to
keep us clear.
deke around it like those annoying knights in chess.
You right?
I like the guys that go on the diagonals.
Screw it. Like, wasted like 10
They've
spells
got
trying
funny
to get you.
hats, so they're easy to pick out.
Chagga just.
Is that why you don't wear a hat, so they don't know which one to get?
I think it would look fetching in a hat, Chagga.
Before I get placed in a hat. I prefer my circlets, thank you.
All right, let's get the teleportation thing done. Who's with?
All right, we're gonna send Lloes with Dassod just in case you have problems.
Shut up.
He will go in his urn, which means that Grackle's going with Dassod. Chagga.
Again?
We will shrink Mog. I'll tick off the spell right now.
And he's getting Mortimer.
I say Chagga takes Mort. I'll take Capra.
How you doing, Captain?
Take Sulfur. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's good. That's even.
Now this is a little bit better than last time, but are all the healers in one party again?
Yes.
Okay then. Let's do that in a minute.
Well, I actually kind of want to do that.
Sure.
At least Lloes is with you guys now. I have something to do. If now,
Well, this is
Ahmed doesn't have anything to do. If that happens, you can play Mog or Capra.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
Somebody with a heal spell is in that party.
All right.
Well, wait a
Let's get
second.
this-
Let's cast a spell before we start attempting our teleports. May the blessings of magic help us in this endeavor.
Don't say never.
You said that funny.
For all of us casters are beholden to the patterns that constitute our ability to manipulate the weave. Chagga's going to cast Mass Heroic Fortune, costing no gold pieces. He's got 2 of those prepared. He only cast 1, which allows us to have hero points, and we'll give hero points to Chagga, to Kev, also to Lloes, because Lloes has teleport. So, yeah. And then he can do up to 1 per level. One second, is that what the formula?
Captain, will this interfere with my shrine walking ability?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Then best I do not try. In case.
Shrine Walk is very accurate, but you still have to get through the interference.
Understood.
It's still a teleport.
Uh,
Your Amarok is berating you in your head. It's still a teleport.
He's like, it means you also have to teleport.
Oh, dude, it's not a number of targets. It's just you have to be within 30 feet of each other, like haste.
Army. Get him, boy.
So everyone's got a hero point.
Everybody's got an extra action.
Yeah, for like a minute and yeah.
This is one of those spells where we have to start going like, how many castings did you have? It takes a week off your life or something.
We'll still use it. Who cares about those? Who cares about 80s?
Just
and
get
90s?
longevity.
Yeah, exactly. All right. That's a 5th level spell.
Caster level checks.
Damn it. Okay, so Chagga is going to
Where
burn...
are you aiming first? Are you aiming Sunder?
Sonder!
We're trying to see if Sonder can get around this. I think if we make it to Sonder, we'll be out of the interference. So,
okay.
But can we tell that we're being interfered with?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like noisy in your ears when you're casting the spell. Your ears.
So Chagga's going to burn the hero point for a +8.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll decide.
He gets a 23. Woo! What was it? 22?
You're not going anywhere.
Oh,
30!
DC's 30, so Dassod's group goes
Shit!
over a while.
Barely made it.
Oh shit! All right. So Dassod's group ends up in Sonder.
Okay.
Ew.
Oh, give me a percentile for on target. You're going to an inn.
I'm cool with that. Any inn is better than this place. 21.
Okay, you end up in an inn. Roll a d4.
4.
Okay, the room is empty. The place has apparently been cordoned off from some sort of violent episode that was being under investigation. It's currently nobody's there.
Right on target.
Oh, what happened, Chagga?
Oh, apparently I'm having problems now.
Wait, do we still have the
Capra is like trying to massage your shoulders. Don't worry, Chagga, it'll happen.
I don't know. I don't know if telepathic bond is still going because we did spend time just basically looting the entire place. So
Hey,
we'll
there was
see.
one.
I believe those spells are down.
Okay. Chagga will
Don't worry, Chagga. Just relax.
Chagga will cast a regular heroic fortune on himself. He's got one of those left.
Okay.
To then next round cast a to burn a mythic point to cast a teleport
At a higher cash level.
for the higher caster level.
Okay.
And then I'm going to burn the hero point for the +8.
Yep.
So it's 13 plus 2 for the mythic point burn, or for casting it using a mythic point, plus 8 for the hero point.
Do you have any?
Dude, we need these spells to solve problems, man. Don't poo-poo these spells. Oh, he's gonna surge.
Okay.
There you
There we
go.
go. Don't worry, Chagga, you got this. Just think magic-y thoughts.
Ooh, I had to burn a lot of power to get here. And then
percentile.
the
To see if you're on
percentile to
target.
see if we're on target. 8.
Yeah,
If we're on
just
target.
All right, so the party is in Sonder.
Well, apparently my
Check your
theory
secondary,
my
buddy.
theory didn't quite work. But we should
Don't
be able
worry, it worked after you relaxed.
we should be able to teleport from here back to the shrine.
Zach grabs one hand, knocks on wood with the other.
It's so nice being able to teleport without having to get in the fucking bag. Duggan. Yes, it is. Stay on good behavior, and we won't have to go into the bag again. I'll get you, fat one. I'll get you.
All right, everybody, hold hands again. Let's do this. Teleport back to Fort Servius.
Just
Yeah,
a percentile roll.
Just percentiles? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we get back.
Okay.
That was all. Chagga's burned.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Give me a second. You're quite familiar with this place at this point.
This is not what I need a high roll, goddammit.
You are studied carefully or very familiar with it, so you're fine. Yeah, you make it.
Yeah, that's also the reason why. And we're one more level, maybe 2, depending on how you spent your caster levels, from never having this problem again, because everyone is taking greater teleport at 14th level.
Take it. I don't care what you want to take.
No, you took the wrong spell. Greater teleport. Because that can make us go to places we haven't been.
Okay.
Fort.
I moved to
Servius.
Fort Servius.
Yeah. Back to our closet. Okay.
I didn't put the map in yet, but I'll get it next time.
Fort Servius.
Okay. York and Phoebe are there. They're like Gobido is the first one to pop out of the rope trick.
Yep.
Friends.
All right, I think we'll rip off a few healing spells, negative channels, and basically we're gonna rest this evening. Chagga will send a sending to the general to let her know. What are we gonna tell her?
Oh.
Let her know that the valley is dangerous because dragons, and we'll basically say drakes and the name of that creature, the Gornrinch, or what is it?
So it's like a Gjornik.
Yeah, okay.
spelled funny, but the Tersit Maw is what it's known as.
The Tersit Maw has eaten a lot of the enemy forces, and that we've killed the majority of the Grimlock miners. They are mining a weird substance that has something to do with the blight. Like we're just not sure, but we think that.
Yep.
Headed to Fort Krag next, basically. Like we're and leaving room for if she wants to send us. Unless you override, headed to Fort Krag next.
Yeah. Understood. We'll update battlefield intel.
We're basically saying avoid the valley because
She acknowledges that she'll update the intel of like don't send soldiers. Like, yeah, there's an army there, but there isn't anymore. Don't go there. We'll update battlefield intel.
And I guess we'll give like Auriga's dead. So how many of the was Auriga one of the main Oni or not? No, she wasn't, right? Well, I'll just say, minor commander Auriga Oni dead.
Yeah, she was the commander of the Ogre Magi.
Chagga's got mythic points left, so if this was too much for one sending, he can continue to sendings.
She acknowledges. She makes note. She requests to tread lightly with Krag, and then suggests all hail the Undying Emperor.
She wants us to tread lightly there?
Yes. If that requires a second sending for more explanation.
Yeah, I think because our party tends to be, we teleport in force and blow everything
pummel
up.
everything to death. Like,
we go find our boat. Yeah, it was sunk. we're not very tread lightly. We can.
You got a bunch of fae. You should be super light.
We can be. It's just not our style. So
plan A, isn't that?
Yeah, ascending spell via mythic. It's more like. Could you elaborate, please, on the tread lightly?
Why?
The politics around Krag are complex. Try not to offend the dwarves.
Oh. Can't help it.
Like, aren't we supposed to be going there to save the dwarves? It's like...
The emissary went missing. All hail the five-faced... The chick ran out of letters. Or all hail the Undying Emperor. She has enough of that.
Okay. That's right. If I'm trying to recall when we first arrived at the Trifort area, Chagga's superiors, like immediate superiors, officers, Chagga wasn't high enough level yet, so they teleported off to go to Fort Krag, and we didn't even know we didn't even know like which way was up around here. Like we didn't know what was
said,
what.
Secure the bridge. We're going to the Krag.
And they sent us. Then they sent us to that crappy village where we just got absolutely ambushed, just destroyed. Like protect the village. No. No. Okay, so I got a dumb question. What were the names of those dudes? It's been so long that
I know it is fair enough. It's been over almost a year since they were introduced. Give me 1 second. The dudes. Oh, where did I stick the dudes? Not there.
There were tokens for these guys, I think.
Yes, there are tokens.
Okay.
There might be a reason why I'm fumbling a little bit, because I moved them. I think I have a copy of the conversation there.
Oh, yes. I vaguely recall, for a briefest period of time, when we first arrived at Fort Servius, or Fort Manius? No. So, Manius, that we served some other wayfinders that went to Fort Krag. I've got their names written down here somewhere.
Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. So,
Since their disappearance, we simply we have been reporting directly to the general.
Lieutenant Gamber, Corporal Hawkeye, Private Flint, Sergeant Hammersmith, and then they had a Commandant Cicero who was their teleporter. Whose token...
They had another guy named Cicero? Commandant Cicero is our commandant.
Sorry, wait a second, I might have that name wrong.
Commandant, you've been holding out on us!
You can teleport.
He can tell you just teleport away!
I'm sorry, Kevesian.
Okay.
Centurion Captain Neo Kevesian. Or Centurion...
You've got a list somewhere? Because I was not typing fast enough.
Yes, it's... give me a second. So, Neo Kevesian. I'm going to just... I was going to start dumping things in chat, actually.
Okay. And these guys are all wayfinders.
These are all wayfinders. And I'll even include what they did, because you did know them.
Yeah, they're all captives now. We just, like, moonshotted our levels above theirs. Well, what's interesting about Centurion Captain is that Chagga's a Centurion Captain.
Mm-hmm. You were the replacement for Kevesian because he isn't around. Also, it just so happens you can teleport too.
Nice.
And the tokens are on the Fort Servius. Just north of the party. If you want to take a look at that.
Yeah, I remember these guys now. Yep. Hawkeye, I don't know if Kevesian's on there, but
yeah, Kevesian. I am not quite certain where I dropped his token. I'll have to find it.
okay.
Yeah.
What do they mean by the emissary being gone?
Knowledge local, knowledge bard.
Motive. Dee Dee's got knowledge nobility.
Okay. Yeah, I knowledge nobility would work.
Plus 15, and then Chagga might actually have a rank in knowledge nobility. Give me a second. He might be able to aid. Yes, he knows about knobs and royals.
Haha. That is a good joke. I like it.
He will surge to aid. And then Dee Dee,
They're the ones with the funny hats, right? Shut up,
Yes.
Capra, you're not helping.
some of them do have a penchant for funny hats. 27 with the 8.
27?
Yeah.
The dwarves in this region, or like the Dwarves of Volcanica, are part of mini governments that earned their right to exist within the human empire. So technically Fort Krag is a dwarvish place that humans trade with. The emissary is part of a legal contract that is part of establishment of control. So there's two forts in one.
So is the emissary the imperial emissary to Fort Krag,
It's
or
the
is
imperial emissary to Fort Krag.
okay? So don't piss off the human guy.
Yeah, don't piss off the human guy that tells the dwarves what to do, kinda, in an indirect way.
Yeah, and potentially, yeah, it's you didn't get it high enough to really know who that emissary is.
Well, I'm sure the emissary of the dwarves will not be so intimidated by a bunch of wayfinders that count many non-humans amongst their number.
Yeah, one could hope. But there's a lot about this war that has made me think that hope is hopeless.
Don't worry, Dee Dee. There's
Yeah,
always
cheer
hope.
up, little deeds. We're
As
gonna
long
be
as
fine.
you don't sleep again, you'll be fine.
Just don't listen to all the dead souls that we caused.
Shut up. You're not helping.
They're in the background somewhere. Just gotta drown them out. They deserved it, you know what I'm
I
saying?
find it's good that you just sort of drown them and just do so.
Well,
Shut up, Mort.
I thought Fort Krag was conquered. I guess we'll have to go there and figure out the current state of things.
Didn't you say that the hammer thing made the Krag out of the body of the guy?
Yes, so I figure we're going to have to wander around It depends where myth and reality sort of overlap. There might be a good part of the stone for us to turn into flesh so that Dassod can eat it. I'll have to use my object reading to figure out maybe what part is actually him versus not.
Yeah, you do that.
You're gonna go and touch all the people's buildings.
Well, I'm going to, I guess, be a hands-on archaeologist of sorts.
Have you ever just picked up a random thing and went like, wonder what this did?
Yes, it's very dangerous, or exceedingly dull.
Probably. Most people live pretty dull.
It would be like winning some sort of lottery to find something exciting. Of course, we tend to end up in exciting places full of violence and drama and...
A demon lord pissed here.
Well, if it was a particularly good piss, I don't know.
He sounds emotional, right? Like a really happy pee.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so we should get our rest, and then I guess we should reconnoiter, and maybe our first group into Fort Krag will be one that sneaks around. Oh, I like the sneaking, and the fucking taking, and the taking and sneak and take.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Yeah, Dassod, Duggan, Lloes. If we have to deal with... Why are there two Duggans?
Oh, there's too many Duggans.
There will never be two Duggans. No, when Chagga learns Simulacrum, he will create a simulacra of Duggan that will be under his control.
The anti-Duggan. The counter-Duggan.
Counter-Duggan. Plausible deniability Duggan.
Oh, the Fae did a thing. It's like, I bring him to you for
he's
justice.
right here. He's been sitting on my shoulder the entire time.
That is so good. That is so good.
Yeah, the alibi Duggan, basically.
Alibi Duggan. Ala Duggan.
Okay, so we're not going to send Dee Dee to sneak. Duggan's going to sneak. Lloes is going to sneak. You said Dassod? Yeah, if we can go there and finish our thing without having to...
Dassod. He can turn... So, turning into a diminutive creature...
Maybe we have one diplomancy group and one sneaky group.
Can we grab some of the items from treasure or not?
Probably
not. Nah, probably not now.
Yeah, let's do that after.
Stealth. He has a plus 19 stealth, but if he turns into a diminutive creature like Dukes,
Yep.
we'll give him. Oh, it's done there. He's a Fae. Alright, he's a diminutive Fae, plus 8 to your dex. And the size bonus to... What's the size bonus? Is it plus 8 or 12?
Tiny would be...
It's diminutive.
Diminutive? I don't know, I'd have to look at Duggan sheet. Is plus 12.
So 12, 8, 16.
Alright, we're thinking we're going to have a diplomancy group and a sneaky group. So Chagga with Sergeant Grackle and Capra will probably be the diplomancers. And then the sneaky group is, the usual suspects, Dassod, Lloes, and Duggan. And I think that means if Duggan gets in the bag, we can teleport with one casting.
Which will be helpful.
Yep. Have we seen Fort Kragg?
No.
Okay. But we know some people that disappeared there, so I think we should try scrying upon. I think there should be a whole day of just trying to get a glimpse at people that we suspect are at Fort Kragg.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Yep. So the next day, basically, if we're left to our own devices, we rest and then we prepare our spells.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Image for Dassod. It's the second image from the common shapes from the top.
I'm just reading now. What do you guys think of Dr. Ferdinand, the licensed mental health therapist devourer? Aren't devourers like those super undead things?
Cool. Diplomat. Diplomat is my favorite. Okay, 1 second.
Tell me about your problems while I devour your soul.
That's so cool. Like, that's so cool for a monster to, like, in a D20 modern style setting.
Just fucking hypnotizing you to steal your soul.
Tell me your problems. Tell me what ails you. Yeah. That's a horror movie right there. You take that one for free.
Yeah, the problem with that, Doctor, is like repeat business. How do you even?
You do it slowly. You don't do everyone. You do 1 in 20. Oh, they had a oopa. They took too many.
How many friends do you have? 0, eh?
Or if he has patience, which Int 19, Wisdom 16, 21 Charisma can do, is you just end up finding ways to put everyone in the insane asylum. And then it's the insane asylum's problem for people dying in it. Oh yeah, they were really out. They were really.
I don't know why their skin went purple. They dehydrated. Weird.
And I guess it's you're only eating negative levels. Interesting.
All right.
Anyways,
Marty, I have a question about a spell mechanic. If someone is petrified, do they act as a creature still?
we have scryed upon petrified things
Stones.
before. Remember you scryed upon
Sludgeons.
one of the rock seers, I think you scryed upon.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, that's the spell interaction precedent, because I know you did it once with a creature that is with Gerbil,
Yep.
but you don't know how it worked.
Yep.
But you had a special connection to them, so it wasn't just out of the blue. Okay. The next day is scrying. The next day is scrying and casting. Okay, that evening, there is a sending.
Okay. While we're resting and that sort of thing?
While you're resting, Chagga receives a sending.
Ooh, hello.
The sending says, "Give us the Kinslayer, and we let you live."
Who's the asshole that said this?
So sending, if you know the creature, you would know who sent it to you. You're not certain who sent it.
Is this the other goblin, the goblin party? Is this
It has a much more elegant voice than one would expect of the person described as Gone. This is not the description of. It's not a female voice or a little nosy goblin voice or the guy who speaks in riddles. This is a slightly lispy, well-mannered voice. Like the S's are really long.
Oh, is this the that caster that we beat up at Simulacra? The one that was scrying on us? The one that saw us? Damn it. Give me a second. I got his name somewhere.
Why do they want the kinsler? He's not turning into a dwarf.
Sorry, I'd have to go to the other map to look at the dead body.
Oh, here I can. I'll drop one.
Okay.
Done. Give me a second.
Oh, we've got Simulacra blood from this thing somewhere.
You got a bag of ruby dust with a little bit of blood in there.
Yep.
And all the ice. He basically took a bag of holding and put a giant human-sized popsicle worth of ice in there.
What was his name?
Xanathura. I think there's a Y in there. Give me a second.
The Nagaji arch sorcerer, we're guessing, or a wizard. We didn't find a spell book in there, so we're saying arch sorcerer.
That's probably a good try. Xanathura, yeah. Excellent. I remember my own NPC's names.
All right, and what was the exact phrasing of his? Can you type it?
Sure. Deliver us the Kinslayer, and we let you live.
Oh, it's my turn now. Your generals are dropping like flies. I don't like your... No. I like your offer as much as I like your odds. Go fish.
Oh, hell, fuck this guy.
And then he just annoyingly allows the last word to trail off until there's like nothing else.
Go
Fish.
Okay.
Well, we have some of his blood. Maybe we scry upon this wizard. See if we can catch him.
Can I get a taste there, Captain?
How much blood do we end up with? He'll let one of the alchemists do that. He'll, I guess, give Mort something to do, like extract the blood from the simulacra bits.
Let's go find Mort's craft alchemy.
It should be okay, given how smart Mort is, and...
Hey, Cap, I could use one of those heroisms you always carry around with you. I assume this bastard's kind of rough to get.
Yeah, his alchemy is plus 21.
It's my kind of alchemist. I didn't put 2 ranks in. What the fuck do I need?
Zgrax.
uh,
Who was
okay.
Grax again?
Grax was the Grimlock barbarian.
He hasn't updated any of his intelligence skills. His int should be +4, not +3. So he's actually
Tell where his mind is at.
Yeah.
He spends a lot of time massaging the bashing part of the page. look at his attack routine section. Just throw that on stream. Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah. It's because he needs everything with a bunch of feats and then whether he's big and small. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep.
He's also off by a couple of damage, but he's off in a way that hurts him. So I'm. The last time I looked, anyways, I found errors.
There's enough math on each of these sheets that there's errors in there, guarantee on basically all of them.
Yep.
There's one in there somewhere. All right. Kate, give us a roll on the craft alchemy check. Every 10 you beat the DC, you'll get an extra dose out of it.
Okay, so we have some facilities somewhere. Pretty sure deep in our party treasure, we have an actual alchemy lab that we can break out.
Okay. And then you this is a crafting check, so it does he does get to get his alchemist bonus in there.
Okay.
I believe the alchemist bonus applies to this.
Yep.
The alchemist.
Chagga will Dee Dee will give a little toot from her horn or from her kazoo to give him a competence bonus. Which is a +5. Okay, he gets a 41.
Okay, you have 3 doses of. You have 3 spell uses worth of blood.
Okay.
He stretched it out. He was really careful. Give me a d20 roll, or 3 d20 rolls. Okay, you didn't accidentally drip spit in any of them or anything that would make them gross.
All right. We'll give if Dassod wants one of these. We'll give him one of the doses.
Yeah, I could use one of those heroisms just in case.
Oh, are you gonna try to become his form? Chagga for that, because it happens pretty quickly. We'll use a heroic fortune on you for that. How long does the transformation take?
It's one action, or it's a standard action.
Okay, well then, yeah, you can roll twice or get a +8.
Get a +8.
Okay.
Or a +4 retroactively. Yeah.
No, +8. 34.
Okay. What is the list of creatures that you can become?
List of creatures I can become.
Yep. What types can you be?
Okay. Not an outsider.
It's not an outsider.
Okay. I can be oops, sorry, come back over here. A dragon, just in case.
Not a dragon.
Giant.
It's not a giant.
I can be Fey, monstrous humanoid.
It's not a fey, it's not a monstrous humanoid.
Humanoid?
Then you can just be humanoids by
It's not a humanoid.
Okay.
Don't look at me! One of those situations, I guess.
Okay, so he turns into this snake man momentarily, and then the limbs fall off, and he sort of falls into a weird torso rope.
Dassod, are
The
you
limbs
okay?
are still like moving separately and kind of climbing around. Then he gets back.
Ooh. Oh my. I see that worked nicely.
What the fuck?
I already have enough nightmares. Could you not do that in the tiny room again?
Not do that again.
I mean, I sleep fine.
Did someone get a chance to look at what he was?
You could do a
Knowledge planes?
not planes.
So Chagga has a thing where if he touches a creature,
Knowledge religion.
he gets a knowledge check around that creature. So he's going to try to touch the blood. Now, will this consume it? Normally, he doesn't consume a person.
You'll need to be careful.
Okay. It's called Lore Keeper. You could touch a creature to learn about its abilities or weaknesses. You gain information as if you made appropriate knowledge skill check with a result equal to 15 plus your cleric level plus your wisdom modifier, which is 2632.
Okay.
You can just do this all day long.
All right.
Yeah, under alchemical, like to see if he could actually touch it. DD's got a different approach if we need to.
Okay. Give me the result of the check.
It's
And then
32.
Give me a dex check to, or sleight of hand or dex check to be ginger with it, like not poke too much. So you have to make contact with it, but not like have it absorb onto your finger.
Okay, Chagga's dex is +3. Could probably good hope before that.
Yeah.
22.
Okay, yeah, you're able to touch it just enough to get like the teeniest little, just enough. Okay, and the total was how much?
32.
32. This is the blood of a very large aberrant creature known as a deep Naga. They have powerful magics. They're able to steal spells. They are casters who can basically very easily dispel others' magics. You know that they are typically location dependent. They have like magical connections to places, so they typically can't move too much and maintain their full power. But they are very powerful magical beings in their domains.
So, legendary casters. When you say
you know that they have a. Oh, sorry.
you broke up there.
Where did I break up?
You know that they have.
Force-based breath weapons
Oh my god.
that dispel magic.
Yeah, Dassod wants that.
Yes, but you don't want to turn into one of these things. It's sort of like our friend Amadeus.
Oh. Mm.
Naga is very powerful.
Based off of what this thing was doing, you think it has spent more time practicing spellcasting than a typical of the...
Yeah, I don't like force breath. That sounds awful. Yes.
Sounds pretty useful, though.
You also got the sense that it's actually a female. Like, not, it's a snake, but it's...
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, that's fine. It still needs to die. Doesn't change anything.
Well, the good thing is now we know what it is we're up against, right?
I actually don't think that trying to use up these blood things are actually going to work. If it's such a powerful caster, it would be a tiny chance that we'll be able to scry upon it.
So what else can we use this blood for?
Why don't we use it? We'll get a necromancer to make like a thingy to just be like, "Hey, screw you, bud! Get in the stone," or something like that.
Why don't we look at the missing wayfinders and see where they are? At least then we could teleport to where they are and try to track them out of, or stick them in a bag or whatever.
Okay.
Yes. What are we going to do with a bunch of statues of people? We don't know the statues. You asked.
This is
sorry.
the meta knowledge of.
Sorry. My bad.
It's okay. It's hard to do. If I could remember all the things I wouldn't have asked, I would have just, you know.
Oh, I mean, we look for these guys, and hopefully they're alive.
No,
right?
but we know that one of them is a statue. Isn't the reason why I said that isn't it wasn't one of them. Was it the missing
So the Gerbil.
Gerbil?
You know
yes.
that there was something that turned Gerbil to stone in Fort Krag.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's why Fort Krag is petrification land in my head, and we know
Fort Krag is petrification.
We could also scry upon Gerbil, which we did or we didn't do.
You weren't able. Well, you saw blackness, like you couldn't see anything.
Yes. Let's have a look, and then we could try Gerbil again. All right, we're gonna attempt to scry on the guys. If you could show us their pictures again, I'll pick out the one that has the lowest will save.
I would like to see the dum-dum.
Let's see which ones are dumb looking.
It's probably going to be Flint.
So we know that Lieutenant Gamber was a sniper. Oh, you just gave me their classes too.
I gave you their classes. You did train with them. You did spend time with them.
The teleporter is in this list, but probably not the right one to scry upon. Lieutenant Gamber is a bard, so good will save. Lizard folk, Blood Rager, fighter. I think they've got shitty will saves. Dwarf Magus Ranger. I'm pretty sure that Magus has a decent will save, and Hawkeye. An Alchemist Rogue has a crap will save. So we're looking for either Private Flint or Corporal Hawkeye, which makes sense given their titles as well, or their ranks. So let's start with the Goblin Alchemist Rogue named Corporal Hawkeye.
Okay.
Oh, we admitted the hell out of that, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Could be experience too, right?
Yeah, it could be. Chagga probably knows that spellcasters tend to be
You know your spell. You know the people.
Yep. Now, we're probably not tapping into the fact that they all have tattoos on their hands that probably make this easier if we know how it works. We're just going to try it without that. If we have a hard time, we'll go whine to the general to see if we could get somebody to help us track down where the... Yeah.
Hey, Archmage, come over here and scry for us, you jackass.
Our spell's not working.
But
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a D4, Ahmed.
Yeah. Three.
The sensor works. You are viewing a black spot.
So
He's the only one watching?
our ability to see can pierce this. The last time we tried this, we did not have the True Sight spell. So Lloes is going to cast True Seeing. I will subtract the spell components.
Okay.
And he's going to try to pierce into the darkness to see if he can see what the hell. Lloes is doing that because his perception's through the roof as well.
Yeah. Okay, so cannot perceive anything within the area, are immune to detect thoughts, prevent speech, communication, does not prevent moving. So you do not, that does not see within this area.
Do we get a sense that this is a Mage's Private Sanctum that is up?
Give me a spellcraft. You guys use it frequently? I mean, you're living in one.
Yeah, for the duration of the war, this shrine is our.
So yeah, you're getting the sense that it's a private sanctum, or potentially this creature's like mind blanked or something, or there's some other like similar effect.
Okay, the 28 would be 4th level magic that we didn't see cast with some aids. I don't know if we could push that up a little bit.
Yeah, with some aids from some party members, you'll get to the 5th.
Dassod auto aids you.
There's a Mage's Private Sanctum. Or something similar.
Okay, and True Seeing wouldn't break a Mage's Private Sanctum, right?
No. It just says nothing can be perceived. The Divination Scry spells cannot perceive anything. Which is also interesting. You can't use the detect thoughts. You cannot private sanctum and then detect thoughts, because private sanctum actually blocks detect thoughts from working.
Interesting. Okay, so
when
basically,
you do the torturing, it's always the gods can
basically
always watch
saying
you.
Captain Hawkeye is in the Mage's Private Sanctum, along
Captain
with
Hawkeye is in the Mage's Private Sanctum. Captain Hawkeye is not dead.
Interesting.
Key information.
Okay, we will. Let's see. We're basically today is us spying. So Chagga has how many scrying spells? Chagga's got three of them today. We will try on Private Flint.
Private Flint. Okay, give me a D4 on it.
One.
Okay. A second. What's the DC? Give me a D3 on it.
3.
3? Okay.
21 plus the modifiers of the spell.
Yep. Give me a second. You have met the creature. You do not have a piece of the creature. You're not familiar with them. You have the equivalent of a possession or garment because you are scrying with the tattoo. Well, somebody with the tattoo.
Cool.
And then they are technically on another plane. Okay. You do see Flint.
Ooh.
Give me a heal check.
Dee Dee's going to provide the heal check without her tools because she's not actually healing something. She gets a 36 with a roll of a 3.
There's a very difficult to see tendril that is stuck in the back of his head, and he seems to be standing somewhat lifeless in a room that is glowing orange.
Alright, and is the tendril just going off out of sight, or is it attached to something, or is he attached to the wall, like, or is he being puppeteered by something? Like, what does that look like?
It looks, the tendril itself has intention behind its movements. You don't think it's just like a rope or anything sort of dangling out of his head.
That's not good.
Give me a knowledge dungeoneering.
What is that?
Yeah, Dee Dee's going to take one of her 2 20s today. That's a 35 plus 8. It's...
Okay.
Dungeoneering?
Yeah.
I think I auto aid you with somebody.
So
Capra can aid as well.
37, 39. And she'll surge to get above 40. She'll get 40 exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I aid you. Just check if you needed to surge.
This... You think you might be dealing with an aspect of a Trox?
Uh-huh.
Trox are a strange, monstrous humanoids. They're kind of big, beefy, ragey bastards from the underground, from the Underdark. This tendril seems snake-like, which is weird. So it's sort of like a hybrid between a Trox and something like maybe a Naga.
You didn't have to search, by the way.
The what you're looking at, you think is you don't know how much mind Flint would have left at this point.
That thing is tapped right into his brain.
You're fairly certain whatever did this to him basically grabbed him with a snake-like appendage and matrixed into his head.
Okay, and is the appendage like just a new floppy tendril coming out of his head, or is it actually attached to something? Like, is it getting bigger? And
you
it's
think
attached
it's attached, but it
Okay.
appears to be going into what might be like the ethereal. Like it's not necessarily in the it's not staying in the same plane consistently.
Oh my! Well, this is
It's pretty screwed up, Captain. What the hell is that?
all right. Teleporters, gather around. That's the spot where we're going to appear.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save that guy. Not without, like, a tremendous
Chances
amount
are
of
it's a
magic.
no. Chances are it's a no deeds. Try to save anybody who's there, but
Well,
assume the worst, hope for the best.
I'm definitely not gonna be able to help if that thing is still inside his head.
Give me a knowledge planes.
Note of planes, huh?
DD will get a 25 plus help.
In a moment. Okay. This odd helps. 8.
Okay. You suspect that this location is not quite on this plane. It is pushing itself into the elemental plane of fire. Like it's on the edge.
It's pretty warm there, and this might not be, Volcanica.
Yeah. It appears the gods are conspiring against us and forcing us to get to Fort Krag a different way.
That's pretty ominous right there, Captain.
Sometimes those gods are just they're fickle,
Yes, indeed, they are. Moving in mysterious ways.
Yeah. So you just walk in and a tree falls, it's like you can't get around it. It's just this road's blocked.
All right, so let's, I guess memorize what this thing looks like.
Yes, we could try to get to there, but I'm growing tired of interference and planet boundaries. What am I saying? It's all fascinating.
Dassod,
Yes.
give me a int check.
Yes. I will surge. Plus 4. 13. I will surge. 15.
You recognize the heat and color that was around Flint. A certain blasphemer was trying to tell you that there was a key hidden in a volcano or in a heart of magma. And he showed you this place where the dwarves hid a thing. This looks like that place.
Yeah.
Bloody Alama doesn't remember that at all.
But that's fine. It was over a year ago.
Damn, my blank.
Adam remembers.
I
Goodness,
have one
blasphemy.
more. I have one more scry for the day. So we've all basically looked at that place. Like, we might be able to teleport there, maybe not.
Yeah, it maybe work, maybe won't. There's a planar boundary in or around there to the elemental plane of fire. Or a hole to the elemental plane of fire.
What's the key for?
The iron key.
The big ass key for the iron tower thing. Remember,
Oh, damn.
we've got the key for one of the satellite towers. There's
But the
thing that you were
actual.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
There's the honkin' key,
The big boy. Okay.
Or it could just be
I got-
another
I got-
one for one of the other satellite towers. We could do dueling towers or something like that. No, my tower goes there. No, my tower goes there.
Can't move your tower to check.
Smash them together like go-karts. All right. We should try to scry on some of the other guys. Maybe they're a little bit further into the prime material.
Hey guys, that spot we're just looking at, key's there.
You saw the
Key's
key.
right there. No, I didn't see it. But
What key?
the key to the well, the Iron Tower. Yeah, dwarves hid it there.
Chagga, underneath the chain that he around his neck, pulls out this key.
No, the big one, the main one.
Oh, he puts it away.
Yeah.
It looked
I'm pretty
hot in
sure.
there.
Yes, it did look quite warm.
Fire burns.
God damn it, sulfur! Fucking fire. It's always burned. Sorry, sulfur. My bad. I love you, man.
Chagga smiles like a polite, pursed lip smile at Sulfur. There's no joy in it.
Who's his input?
All right. Who else do we know is in the Fort Kragg vicinity? We could try Duggan relative again. Not Duggan relative. I mean, Goebel.
Kirby. The Gerbil. The little gerbil guy.
Yes.
It's probably better if we try to scry on him. We've met
Why
him.
don't we just say, try to do one of those conveni things?
I mean, we
Go
can.
ahead. Hey, you! Hey,
Yeah, let's let Chagga scry one more time, and then we'll do the thing.
okay.
All right. Hammersmith was
Ranger Magus. And Gamber.
a bard gunslinger. We're gonna try to scry on the Ranger Magus.
Okay. Two wizard towers playing tower defense. Okay, Ahmed, roll a D4.
You got a mouse. 1.
Okay. Okay. The DC for this one, it was 20 something you said?
21 before mods.
21 before mods? I'm going to spend a DM point.
Mm-hmm.
There is the flash of Sergeant Hammersmith hiding in a dark room, looking out a window.
Does he have a tendril coming out of his back?
No.
Is he hiding from something on the outside or something on the inside?
He is hiding. He's keeping watch. He is armed. His demeanor is frayed would be the word I'd use.
Okay. We're going to attempt to push a message spell through the scry.
Yep.
Okay.
What I would do.
I think there's a 55% chance of it working. 5% per castaway. Yeah. So I'll roll a D100. Nope. Fuck.
Okay, Dassod will try.
I know it was based off of the scry spell.
Okay. You want me to throw a message up? Sending.
I guess we could send to him. The thing is, we won't be able to get any of his inflections or whatnot. Doesn't look like he's in a mage's private sanctum, though.
It's kind of hard to get. Sense motive on.
You said it was a flash. Does that mean just an instant we saw him, or we're still scrying?
It worked for 6 seconds.
Okay.
1 round it worked.
It
might have something to do with the tattoos.
Well, we know that he is not in the mage's private sanctum, and it looked like he didn't have a tendril coming out of his back. Maybe something only happened to the non-dwarves.
31 sense motive. Did he look like he was clean, disheveled, tired, rested?
He looked poorly rested, somewhat disheveled. He has been fed. He isn't sleeping correctly. He's very much on edge.
And he was armed. Okay, Chagga's going to use a standard action to use a mythic point to cast Scry again. This time the caster level is 2 levels higher. Who cares? But no, the DCs don't go up, Ahmed.
Ahmed just says words.
Is
it
25
seconds? You get 6 seconds of image with them. You could try that. It's a 10% higher chance of a sending working or a message working.
Yeah, but if it is only lasting for 6 seconds, it won't matter.
Hey, you! Ha!
Yeah. We'll try one more time with a mythic point. Third time's the charm with the same guy.
Okay, you get him.
There we go. And then the mythic point would be 65% chance. Or sorry, the message spell. Yes, we could talk to him. Oh, hello there.
The fuck?
Sergeant?
He's...
message. How many people are in message? Like, can you get me as well?
You can choose to put people, but if he thinks you're going to be a dick, he might not include you.
No, I just want to know, can I talk to him as well?
Yeah, I'll include his 2 lieutenants in the message spell. This is Chagga Dune.
Sergeant Kev here.
Things are fucked.
It's been a while, I apologize, but we've had other missions.
Things have gone tits up here. There's a fucking moron making deals. I don't know what happened to the captain. They got a ghost in here. Deals? It could be anyone. It could steal your soul, turn you to rock, and be you.
Well, Sergeant.
When's the cavalry? You're the cavalry, right?
Yeah. We're wayfinders. If
Close fuck enough.
If you give us an idea of what we're up against, we could make a plan.
All right, there. Okay. How long is this magic's going to work?
It's going to work for a little less than 13 minutes.
All right. So there is an army out the front of the Krag. They got fire giants, hobgoblins.
Is this the army that moved from the valley to Fort Krag after the dragons arrived?
They got reinforced by fire giants and some knights. Like heavily armored definitely veterans.
So Fort Krag is occupied?
There's a truce. I'm holed up in High Home trying to make certain that Archibald is safe.
Pretend I don't know who any of these people are.
Okay. Yeah. The Archibald is the emissary.
I see.
All right.
He's a bit of a eccentric would be the word to use. he describes actually, the dwarf explains or describes Fort Kragg. Let's go to the Fort Kragg region map.
Okay.
Fort Kragg was blasted out of a mountain, like an Appalachian-style mountain.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is crafted in the form of a big sculpted dwarf. There is a very massive structure in the shape of a gauntleted fist that makes up part of the steps of the crag. He begins to explain, if we go to the Fort Kragg exterior, he begins describing a army that is camped out front.
Hold on,
Oh.
it's still loading. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, oh,
I got it.
Ugh.
There's an army that is out front. He describes that he's in
Sod
High
throws
Home.
up.
High Home is the Imperial-controlled Kingdom of the Emissary. So this is human lands.
Okay, got it.
Basically, the exterior of Fort Kragg, you have this pathway of markets that all has to end up going through High Home, which is how the humans exert control.
How does that line up to the...
It lines up a little weird to the region map. Basically, there would be, this is like a hill that would be on top, and there would be a wall here. And then this wall right here.
Yeah.
So the fist, this is the wall. The camera south or east would be over here somewhere to make this all line up.
And then... So what are these things compared... Or sorry, what is this compared to the inside? To the other?
All right, so sorry, which map were you pointing on?
This honor wall.
This
Yeah.
honor wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is that on the external?
On the exterior, on the region
Is that
view.
this?
So no, that wall is something that is actually out here.
Okay. All right.
This wall here.
Yep.
Is the wall in the far left of the exterior view. That's this mountain hold wall.
Okay. Weird.
So.
Oh,
fist,
okay.
Mountain hold wall. A pathway
And
going down.
all this is outside.
This is two hills. This would be on
And
the
this
far
is just
right.
outside. It's not solid rock that goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, and there's like a valley here, and then like Appalachian Mountains around it.
Okay, so Fort Kragg surrendered. Is that what you're saying?
Great Hammer made some sort of deal with a fiery dwarf of some sort. They stay their neutral. Cowardly bullshit, if you ask me.
And the emissary was okay with this?
Oh, the emissary is not terribly pleased of it, but the emissary's got 200 men, and there's a few thousand dwarves that are saying we're neutral, and there's 5,000 or more hobgoblins saying things otherwise. Now they're not coming in, and we're not going out apparently.
What would happen if we started attacking those goblins?
If you listen to the guardians, they're gonna you become enemy of the dwarf. I don't know. The great.
What if we claim we're with the dwarves? What if we look like dwarves and they attack us?
Where are your
And
fellow...
it's self-defense.
I see. Where are the rest of the wayfinders?
Not certain where Kavessian is. We were making our way down to the depths. So, we made a deal with with Great Hammer, and we got ambushed by a beast that was hiding within a girl, snake-headed ghost lady. I'm certain we slayed her, sir, but day turned to not turned to day, and she is back. Just turned to Gamber to stone in his sleep, I think. I barely got out of there, sir. Flint was taken by a big bug guy. The big bug guy with a snake in his chest that was casting spells.
Yes, I do believe in our search for you, we came across Flint. I don't think he's with us any longer.
It's unfortunate. Not certain what happened to the little buddy there.
Hawkeye?
Yeah. We got separated, hoping he'd make it.
Where are you?
I am in Hi-Ho, which is in the exterior Krag.
It's right here.
I am on Imperial soil, sir.
Mm.
He's calling you sir. He doesn't.
Oh yes, I have been promoted to Centurion Captain, so sirs.
I figured as much. Kavessian would have come for us sooner. I ain't got no sendings. I've been holed up, under siege. The forces outside are getting more irate. Something pissed them off about a month ago.
Was that dragons eating their people at the dig? Probably the dragons.
They got something annoyed, that's for sure. Bunch of fire giants showed up. They certainly knocked them.
Do you know where the fire Oni is?
Didn't see a fire Oni, but there was a weird fiery dwarf with a group of dwarves that you know when a dwarf that look too much the same. I think he's held he's treating with Great Hammer, as far as I know.
And Great Hammer is the leader of Fort Krag?
Yep. He starts to describe the interior.
Okay.
Interior map.
Oh, this place is huge.
There's a city.
Yikes.
This is a dwarvish city that has like population in the thousands. Give me a second. Grab the.
This place is a massive.
It's a good base.
I like you, Ahmed. It's gonna make me laugh.
Huh.
Alright. The. Come on.
Oh, so this is inside of the dwarf head.
So, sorry, the population. Yeah, so there's about 20,000 or so dwarves that live in here. In the exterior is where the
That's
humans.
like a dwarven nation.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought there'd be like 300.
No, sir. This is a Krag. He goes, "This is a Krag." Like that should mean something.
Is there a
We earned
holy
this.
hall of Gulthain, the founder of Krag? A place where it is believed that his actual body was made into stone?
Well, so there's Gulthain's stronghold. That'd be the church.
Oh, I see. Chagga glances at Dassod.
But if you're looking for his body, there's a place they call Cragfall. The story is that he fell from the sky and landed there,
Yeah.
and they made a statue of him. I don't know. Apparently his essence goes through all the rock to protect the dwarves, but they're doing a pretty shit job if you ask me.
Well,
Although
Fort Krag hasn't...
they're not bleeding.
Right. Okay, where does this fiery dwarf hang out?
Not 100% certain, but if I had to guess, he'd be at the Bastion of Greyhammer. It's a fort within a fort within a fort inside a mountain. What a cowardly prick.
Oh, and that's where the Great Hammer is.
Yeah,
How is the Great Hammer decided? Is it bloodlines? Is he like a king?
Imperium suffers no king.
Ah, yes. You passed my
Democracy,
test.
He's a regent. It's still passed down by clan. There's also the Basala. They are sort of the rivals. Goes back and forth.
And where are they?
They're in the closer to the vault.
Sorry, guys, I need a few minutes. My apologies.
That's right. And then the other sort of like power players would be the Gray. They protect law and order. He mentions a place to the north. They also got the hole that drops you into the center of the mountain if you've done something wrong.
And what is this vault?
It's where, if you're a strong enough craftsman, you can forge materials. If you're a dwarf enough craftsman, he's choosing his words carefully. You can make things that not ought be made. You can smith adamantine like it was, pig iron there if you want. And then apparently there's some sort of relic was down there.
So, orders are to go there and... What are orders? To go find the wayfinders and then...
You're supposed to find the wayfinders and figure out why the fuck they're not sending troops and shit.
Yep.
Because there's 20,000 dwarves here that are supposed to be heavily militarized and doing things.
So, the Great Hammer has fallen under sway of this fiery dwarf, and we suspect the fiery dwarf is the Oni. Is the emissary acting weird?
No more than usual, sir.
What do you mean by that?
You're a noble guy. You know how they are. The humans got their ways.
Is there anything in particular that he has a penchant for? How would you get on his good side?
I would bring him liqueurs, sir.
He's a drunk. Wonderful.
Well, he's not like lush, but yeah. I mean, he's had an army of archers kind of pointing at him from one way and an army of guns pointing at him from the other for a couple months now. So, what's the plan?
Well, you're the only one of the wayfinders we've been able to see. Hawkeye appears to be in a mage's private sanctum. Private Flint has been tentacled. We haven't tried Lieutenant Gamba yet, but you're saying he got turned to stone?
Yeah, in a compromising position.
Well, I think your job is to sit tight. I don't know what you're going to do, Sergeant Hammersmith.
I am making certain that nobody does anything untowards towards the emissary.
Well,
unless you got other orders, sir.
No.
He said that in a way kind of like how your people would ask for orders, where it's like,
Yep.
do you have any suggestions? More so than orders.
I think keeping the emissary safe, I assume, because our orders were not to piss... It was insinuated that we have to keep the good graces of the emissary. Make sure that he does not fall underneath any strange or magical influence. Supernatural or magical influence.
I don't think it lacks light, sir. Since I came out here, I haven't seen it. Don't know if we can get outside. The haunting.
The haunting thing?
It could be anybody.
Wonderful.
Snake-haired ghost.
So, like, it turns things to stone?
And then it bees them.
while they're stone, or it turns into them?
I didn't ask it or hang around to find out. I know that Lieutenant Gambler tried to shoot my ass off on the way out.
Oh, it's some sort of ghosty Medusa thing.
I told you, I cut its head off. Well, shot its head off, then hacked it off, and it disappeared, and then it was back again.
Like
Between
immediately?
Flint and I, we did a number on it.
Immediately or days later?
Day or two later.
Yeah.
Place might be cursed. They might have dug something up. I don't know.
Wonderful. Well, know that the that the guiding light of the Imperium still shines upon this area. We'll clean this up soon. I'll contact you when we have a specific plan, or you may very well see us. Is the exact spot that you're in safe? Do you know if one could teleport to your location?
You should be able to. He looks up. He's like looking at where the sensor would be.
Yep.
And he's moving over to like the center of the room.
Yep.
You got anybody with good eyes there?
Yeah, Lloes will float over.
Okay. He's marking a mark or sigil in the center of the room. It only appears to people with dark vision. You can see it glows really brightly. It becomes very obvious where, like, the marking.
What is it?
It is, so he is in a like an attic-y area or a upper area with a murder hole.
Okay.
And he's basically put an arcane mark to like point out the location. It's kind of
Oh, I see. Okay.
like if you were a helicopter, like a like a landing spot.
Keep an eye on that spot. We might be arriving. We'll attempt to arrive tomorrow. I think we will want to speak to the Archmage, or sorry, the emissary, and then have a look around.
Yeah, I know that he's been mumbling something about a plague, and how, it won't roll through here.
It won't go through there?
That's what they're saying. Might have been part of a deal. Not sure.
Oh. I see. Alright. All hail the Undying Emperor.
Sir.
Okay. Chagga will let the scrying go away. Chagga...
You don't see him being very, very polite for, like... he waits for an extra few minutes. No.
Alright, we've got, like, the 6th level mages dude. The mages ranger. Okay, he's good with his gun. This place is so big. So fucking big.
There's 22,000 dwarves in there. 1,000 humans. There's a whole markets in there. You can go shopping.
If it's just those goblins on the map, we could take them. We could grind through that army. How do we do it? Well, the way that we do it is we just don't touch the ground. We airwalk above them. All right, Ahmed.
Sorry about that. Yes?
So we attack the army, then the dwarves are going to attack us, and then it's stupid.